When you start celebrating your smallest wins, you are ready for the biggest wins.
And now I have crossed about 13 lakhs of income till date. I'm telling you, when you have a burning desire within you, the entire universe is going to help you. And within 12 days of practicing, suddenly from somewhere I got orders for 200 artworks, which gave me 6.5 lakhs of money. Turn your focus into something colorful. Accidentally encountered within mandala art. I did not even know that YouTube channel is monetizable. Creating thumbnail is a rocket science. This is how my journey into YouTube started. On the way to get into Guinness books as well. When the student is ready, the teacher appears in front of you.
All right, next. This person is known to manifest her dreams. She has also entered Limca Book of Records for creating a 625 square feet mandal artwork in 89 hours and 20 minutes. That's in a span of 12 days. Now, not only she's earning from YouTube, she has also been generating income from multiple streams. Can you guess who is this? Radha. That's absolutely correct. Let's hear it for Radha. Huge round of applause. And let's welcome Radha on the stage.
I would like to start with a question, because this is the question which I'm asking after a lot of experience. Do you know that even if there is a book which has A to Z of how to YouTube, you still need a mentor and a community support to YouTube? Yeah? That's what I personally learned, you know. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Radha, and I've not been a YouTuber, trust me, and I never dreamt of YouTubing also. My career started as a trainer. Right from the beginning, I was only in teaching line, and I've been a typical hardcore IT employee because that's what my parents dreamt of for me, you know. So I was never decisive in that case. I didn't know how to make decisions. So somebody else made decisions for me. The only decision I made before 25 years was choosing my life partner. That was the only decision I made, and I'm very happy that I did that. Okay, and I wanted to do psychology. I wanted to be in arts and crafts, but I was never allowed to do that. And I continued with doing bank management. My parents thought that I'm going to earn a lot of money working for a bank, which never happened. And I was little adamant. I don't know whether to call it as an adamancy or sticking to my decision and backing up myself for the decisions that I make. But I told my dad, I'm going to fail in this BSRB exam, and I did. And he was quite unhappy about it. And my elder sister was a gold medalist. She's an agricultural scientist. And my younger brother used to study really well. And I was not that kind of a student who used to sit and study from morning to evening. You know, I was not like that. So my parents were, I know how, the kind of hardships that I have given to my parents, which I'm realizing now, because both of my children are doing the same thing to me, right? So, yeah, and my parents thought, okay, let me put this girl into computer science, so at least computer will enter her brain. And whether I studied computer there or not, I met my husband at the Computer Science Institute. And yeah, that's how it is. And got married in 2000. After 2000, I completed my post-graduation. And I did enter into IT sector, happily earned a lot of money, and had a couple of children too. It's my children who are editing my videos right now for YouTube. I'll come to that later. And that's how my journey started. And after that, when my children started growing up, I'm a kind of a person who who would like to spend a lot of time with my family. You know, and getting into IT sector did not allow me to do that at all. So I wanted to quit my job and take care of my family. And I never took permission from anybody. I only informed people that I have quit. And I have just quit. I've put down my papers, served 2 months of notice, and I have just quit. And started taking care of my family. 2 months into that kind of life where I don't have to go into an IT sector, stare at the computer for some time. So I was very happy about it. But then I started getting so bored. I wanted to do something because my calling was something else. I wanted to be a therapist. That's what was my dream since my childhood. So I started preparing myself to be a therapist. I underwent a lot of training programs. So I'm a certified NLP master practitioner, and I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a certified psychotherapist as well. I'm a life coach. Whatever I wanted to do, I did. I got myself trained and certified in all that. And I started reading a lot of books. And that is when I actually thought, why not I do these as training programs? Because I know a lot of people do not read such self-help books. When I talked about reading such books to some of my friends whom I had at that point of time, they said, oh, these books are quite serious, Radha. Why do you read such books? Read these kind of books, no? That was some of the books. I don't know. For me, according to me, books means they are self-help and motivational books. That is all books means to me. No novels, no fictions, nothing. So this is how I was, and I started doing training programs, and I started traveling across the states, different states, and majorly to agricultural universities. And I was living my life of dreams, because there are 3 things that interest me: traveling, meeting people, creating network. These 3 things I really, really loved doing. And I was doing that. I was literally living my dream life. And to live that dream life also, there were a lot of challenges because 3 men around at home, I famously call them as 3 men, my husband and both my children. I'm of an opinion that men or boys are basically independent, but they all act like being totally dependent. It is only acting. They are not dependent, they act because they love feeling pampered, they love being things done for them. That's how my children, also that's how my husband was also doing. And he comes from a family where men were treated like kings and women are supposed to serve them. See, I have no personal problem in serving my husband, but that can happen only when I'm at home. So the challenges was not getting the opportunities for doing training program. The challenge was training my husband to cook and training my children to get independent. To an extent that Sriram knows my younger one, that his name is also Sriram. He says that, Amma, I cannot wear my shoes. See, my hand is so tiny, my hand cannot reach my foot, so I cannot wear my socks and go to school. I said, you go barefoot. Go get scolded nicely by your teacher. See, I had to do a lot of things to get them independent. I didn't teach them. I didn't advise them to get independent. Advice doesn't work. Nobody likes to be advised, right? I don't like to be advised. So nobody likes to be advised, so I don't advise them. I withdraw myself from doing things for them, and that helped them to get independent. That's how I got them independent. And my husband started cooking, yeah. I not only do art and craft training, I also do a lot of training. Toilet training I have done for my children. Okay, so I do training for every single damn thing at home. My husband started cooking. Obviously, a man-maintained kitchen. I'm sure most of the ladies can appreciate how the kitchen will look like when it is maintained by a man. I used to go for training programs. After 10, 15 days, I come back home. My home doesn't look like a home at all. And I had to work for at least 4 full days to bring it back to shape. And that shape is defined by me. This is how my home should look like. So that's how my journey started, okay? And I was thoroughly enjoying my life, and the last physical training program I did was March 11, 12, 13 of 2020. And that was at Nagapattinam. It's a town in Tamil Nadu, okay? I was doing training program there, and that was the last physical training program that I did. Little did I know the life is going to turn upside down. And when I came back home from 14th of March, I had lot of training programs lined up till 30th of April. And 15th of March is our wedding anniversary. And me, my husband, and my entire family had gone to a temple. And it turned out to be one of the unhappiest wedding anniversary that particular year, because I started getting calls from one organizer after the other organizer saying, Radha, COVID had hit, and we have the, some orders from the government saying the colleges and hostels need to be evacuated, so the training is not going to happen, and whatever the flight charges or whatever that you have booked, we'll reimburse back. Okay, fine, you will reimburse my flight charges, but what about the training program? What about the income that is being generated from it? How am I going to run my family? Too many things came into my mind. Trust me, I have done therapy to a lot of people, and all those people have felt really, really good. But that particular time, I needed a therapist, and I didn't have anybody. And I'm generally a kind of person who is very, very patient. I don't get angry so quickly. But that particular week after that, 15th and 30th of March, I was taking out anger so much on all my family members. And my husband said, Radha, you are not a person like this. You need to change. And I said, yes, that's right, but how do I change? So I sat and thought about myself. You know, I did this kind of a role play. Let's say I'm sitting as a client and my therapist is sitting in front of me. If I'm going to report to her or him, whomever it is, report to the therapist that these are the problems that I'm going through. As a therapist, if somebody is reporting that to me, what will I answer? And the first answer that came to my mind was, turn your focus into something colorful. Maybe art, maybe something related to art. You know, and that is when something came to my mind. Embroidery was the one that I have done in my childhood. For some reason, after marriage, I have left it. Nobody asked me to stop it. I have stopped it all by myself. In the name of being a good daughter-in-law, which I never got that name, that's a different story. In the name of being a good wife, good mom. So I have stopped it all myself, and I restarted 2020. Now, my challenge from then till here, it was full of challenges, filled with challenges. The first challenge was, how do I buy embroidery thread? Because only essential shops were open. It was complete lockdown. How do I build? But, you know, the learning that I had was when you have some burning desire within you, somehow universe helps you. And I'm a kind of a person who is friendly with top CEOs of great organizations to people who clean the roads. You know, I'm known for a person who gives food to those BBMP employees. Sriram has been knowing the employees in our area. I'm known for giving food to them. You know, so what happened was, I have the phone numbers of many of those people, okay? I called up one of the tailoring shop and asked, Anna, I need some embroidery hoop, thread, this, that, and is there a way that I can get it? I said, that's all, no, Radha. You come to my home back door and I will give you everything. I did that. I literally did that after 10 p.m. You know, the problem is, for me to go out and all that is, from my home, if I go to the corner of the street, it is our area's police station, Hulimau police station. From my home, it is just a minute walk to Hulimau police station. So if I go happily in the morning, police is going to stand there with sticks. Hey, go back. So I cannot go during the day. I walked after 10 p.m. because I was determined to change my mind to something productive. I was not intending to make money out of art. No, that was not my intention at all. I really wanted to feel mentally better. That was my only intention. But God had a different plans for me that time. You know, so I bought the materials, I started doing embroidery. Trust me, when you change your focus and do something productive for yourself, you don't expect people around you to applaud for you. Oh, Radha, you're doing something great. No, nobody did that. Instead, I got comments like, oh, your desk looks like a tailor's desk. I didn't care. I'm a kind of a person who follows this principle. What others think of me, what others say about me is none of my business. It's just none of my business. You do good, you do bad, people are always there to pass comments on you. You do terribly bad, people will comment on you. You do terribly, extremely good, people are going to comment on you. It is their job, they are commenting. It is your job, you work on yourself. I'm that kind of a person. So nothing bothered me. And fine, when nothing bothers you and you keep doing what you really love to do you think people are going to appreciate you? No. Again, no. The more you do good to yourself, the more you grow, the more criticisms will also grow. I have had a lot of learnings in the last 4 years than I have had in the past 43 years of my life. I'm 47 right now. Okay? So that's how it was. That's how my journey started with art. And then I accidentally encountered within mandala art, because it was a design that I followed in YouTube and then stitched that particular design in a fabric. And the fabric I did not get from outside. It was an old dhoti. I did not even tell my husband. I took his dhoti and had cut into multiple pieces. He had no option but to keep quiet. No, that's exactly what I did, because fabric, the actual embroidery fabric, I did not get. So that's how my journey started. And the kind of person I am is, whenever I do something creative, I always click a picture and share it with this entire globe, which means I have some WhatsApp broadcast groups, broadcast list, I don't know how to call it. Okay, I share them with people. And when I clicked that picture of mandala embroidery and shared it with people, people said, Radha, there is something divine in this. I also felt so, and then I started researching about it, then mandala art, and now my mind completely shifted from embroidery to mandala. That's how, and this shift happened somewhere around 2020 June. It was just very short span of time. And the next challenge was art materials. How am I going to procure? If I have to pursue mandala art, I need some drawing notebook, I need some paint, I need some brushes. You know, again, I'm telling you, when you have a burning desire within you, the entire universe is going to help you. You know, the books and notebooks for children were home delivered. It was all in online classes, no? So the textbooks and notebooks were home delivered, and we had no option. And along with my elder son's textbook material, there came some 12 poster colors and some camel brushes and a drawing notebook. And my elder son is far from art. He says, Amma, you please go ahead and use it. I said, thank you so much. And that is the very first time in life I held my brush, which was 2020 June. And the time when I created this world's largest mandala art is 2021 June. It was just 1 year time. You know, and this is how my journey into art started. And as I started, again, people did not appreciate me. People criticized me. And, you know, it was one fun competition with me, my husband, and my children. I'm going to draw a mandala design. Let's all paint together. Let's see who is finishing first. Obviously, I finished first. And then I created a story around this entire event and shared one big novel to all my friends in WhatsApp. And one of the angel friend, I have talked to Sriram many times about him. He's at Delhi, and he's a 73-year-old young man who's still helping me as an angel in my life. And he said, Radha, why are you doing this competition with your family members? Are you going to get into Limca books or Guinness books? I said, that's a good idea. Let me do it. Even know into what I'm venturing into. Without even being aware of what I'm doing, I filled up the application and sent to Limca, and Limca responded back to me saying, okay, Radha, you have to create minimum 500, they said 500 square feet? When they responded back to me saying that you need to create 500 square feet painting, I was only creating 5-inch painting, palm size. Imagine from this, yeah, it was almost the size of, half the size of this hall. That's the kind of painting I created in 90 hours time. It was filled with too many challenges. It was not easy at all. The journey was extremely challenging, extremely challenging. Nobody did encourage me or support me for that journey. Now, the next lesson that I learned was when nobody is there to encourage you or support you, you need to stand up for yourself and do it for yourself. That is exactly what I did to myself. You know, and when you're willing to take those steps, let anything happen, I will do what I want to do. If you have that level of conviction in your mind, trust me, somebody will definitely come into your life and help you with whatever you need or more than what you need. And that's exactly what happened to me too. And I did get into Limca Book of Records, and my application to Guinness Books is approved. I'm on the way to get into Guinness Books as well, which I'll finish before end of this year. Okay, now comes the time, 2021 May, during the summer holidays. Obviously, that was the peak of second wave. We couldn't go on a vacation, and my children did not know what to do. That is when God's given interest, both my children started video editing. They had laptops. They developed a lot of interest in video editing. This is how my journey into YouTube started. I was, you know, before starting this YouTube channel, let me tell you how I was. I did not even know that YouTube channel is monetizable. I did not even know I can earn through YouTube. You know, all I knew about YouTube was, okay, there is a YouTube channel we can create, we can put some videos, we can earn some name and fame out of it. That is all I knew. I never knew it is a monetizable thing that time. You know, and all the credit goes to my elder son, Sri Krishnan, who is not here. He's just sitting at home and chilling. I asked him to come. He said, no, ma, I'm not coming. And he's just sitting at home and chilling around. I don't know what is his problem to come here. My husband is also doing the same thing today. I literally, and my younger one, I asked him to come. He says, Amma, 10th standard, ma, board exam, son. I said, board exam next year only, no. You could have come. Board exam is like all other annual exams. Why do you stress so much? Anyway, jokes apart. So both my children started developing interest in video editing. They wanted raw footages to edit. Where will they go for raw footages? So they said, ma, you were anyway creating art, no, ma. So why don't you record it and give me? They started pestering me every single day. It became a stress for me. Trust me. It was so stressful. And I didn't know how to record my videos. I was not even knowing how to create artwork, first of all. And now I had to record also. And it was my son who created the channel, Art Therapy for Mind. So he created, I didn't even know what was this thumbnail thing. For me, creating thumbnail is a rocket science. Trust me, that's how my journey into YouTube started. Creating thumbnail is a rocket science. I didn't even know anything about Canva, nothing. I was just so dumb at that particular time with related to YouTube. So that's how the journey started. And slowly I started recording videos. And if you see in my channel, that's ATM Creation, the most popular video is the most horribly made video. I don't know how people like that at all. I still do not know. No proper lighting, no proper audio, but that's the most popular video with 3 lakh views. I really don't know how is that happening. Anyway, now coming to the journey of YouTube, I started with YouTube, and that is when my husband said, hey, you know what? YouTube, this person is earning 4 lakhs it seems from YouTube channel. I said, 4 lakhs from YouTube channel? YouTube channel is monetizable, huh? I said, that is when I started Googling about it, and it is, oh, people earn through YouTube also, okay. So now, I was more enthusiastic. It's money, no? So I was more enthusiastic. And I started doing things. Nothing worked. 2020 May, I started the channel, and for about 3 months, I gained 35 subscribers in 3 months. Okay? But every time there is a subscriber increase, me and my children would be like, we start shouting. For 1 subscriber increase also we shout. It was a matter of achievement, okay? So that's how it started, and when I got serious about earning through YouTube, and I thought, okay, now self-learning and self-experimenting is not going to work. I opened Instagram with an intention to find a mentor. And the next learning I had at this point of time, when the student is ready, the teacher appears in front of you. You know, and when I opened the Instagram, the first ad that popped up was Sriram Benur's ad. And YouTube Income Masterclass. Okay? I joined the masterclass not to evaluate him, but with an intention to take his course. I don't know, there is a difference between you and me. I did not explore all the other courses and finally joined Sriram. I joined Sriram Benur's course first. Thank God, God had, driven me to a right person. That's how I feel right now. And when I attended that YouTube Income Masterclass first, my entire family was sitting behind me. I was sitting here, right in front of me, my laptop. I still remember that, okay? At the back, to my right, my son, both my kids, and to my left, my husband. That was about half an hour, 1 hour. I don't remember the duration, but at the end of it, I paid, I joined. And my younger son, Sriram, he completely fell in love with this Sriram. And he said, Ma, I want to meet him. I want to take autograph from him. I said, okay. I just joined his community. I don't know his personality, whether he's going to accept or not. And after that couple of emails I saw, at the bottom it said Hulimavu Bank. Oh, he's in the same area as mine. That's good. Okay, then I can ask him. I asked him, and he was so kind-hearted to accept it. And we met 2021 November, October, November something. He came with his elder daughter, himself, his elder daughter, and myself, Krishna and Sriram. All of us met at Meenakshi Mall, had a good time, and that's how my children are still a great fan of yours, Sriram. And especially my son, Sriram, is a great fan of yours. And he says, Ma, this person seems to be full of brain from top to toe of YouTube, made of YouTube. This is the statement he made. Top to toe, not only brain, the brain is made of YouTube. And, I felt, okay, now my channel has to grow. Of course, I went through the courses. My channel started growing, not from 32 to 35. From 350 to 500, it grew when I was a silver member. But then I was not so happy with the growth. I knew that this is what thumbnail means, this is how the strategies that needs to be followed, but how do I apply it to my particular niche? I had no idea. I was such a dumb again. And that's when I started troubling him. When are you starting this internship? When are you starting this? When are you starting that? And then I joined his Quantum Club. And Quantum Club, trust me, was so miraculous. It was so miraculous. The moment I joined, within 6 months, I monetized my channel. And trust me, some of the suggestions that you had given me during the Quantum Club time, I still have not implemented. And recently, I did. And there were a lot of suggestions that he gave. My channel just got monetized and started earning. And now, initially, I thought, okay, now my earning is going to be, I'm going to upload videos, and it gets a lot of views, and I earn through YouTube. I was thinking, this is what I'm doing. But the income was more than what I actually expected. The reason being, I had a lot of global audiences. My audience, if I say that I have 100 people as my audience, 50 was from India, 50 was from all across the globe, and majorly, in another 50%, it was 35 was from US. I little did I know that I'm building some meaningful friendships. I did. And what happened was, in January, I conducted a live class where one of the participants from US wants to take my class. I didn't know how to receive payment. Sriram, you remember I asked you how to receive payment from abroad? He said, PayPal is there, Radha. I said, okay, how do I do PayPal? He's, poor fellow, I have troubled him to my level best. To the best of my ability, I have troubled him. And not even a single time he was, indifferent. Every time I asked him, he replied with so much of patience and smile. That was amazing about you. I didn't know from where do you get such a patience you have. I don't have that much of patience, I'm telling you. Because sometimes the kind of questions people ask would be so basic, and you would still be very patient to answer all those questions. I really do not have that much of patience. Because at times my husband used to, how do you handle your art students? Because you have no patience to answer questions. Because when he asks the same question second time, I keep my mouth shut, I don't answer him at all. But somehow I handle it. Now, all this was happening and I went into Quantum Club, so I had the option to go through the courses of gold membership, earning income from multiple sources. And one of the sources was creating online courses. I never bothered about going through that course until December 2023, where I got the membership in January 2022. 2 years I had waited. I don't know what for I waited. I waited, I created courses. Now trust me, God's grace and Sriram's guidance, both together worked like miracles. And now I have crossed about 13 lakhs of income till date. And in between last year, when I was struggling, I needed a big chunk of money, about, not last year, last to last year, that was 2022, July, August kind of. My dad was diagnosed with cancer and we needed a lot of big chunk of money for treating him. We don't know if we are going to be successful in surviving him after treatment, but I wanted to feel satisfied, done something to help him survive. I needed a minimum of 7 lakhs money, whereas in my bank account, I only had less than 7,000. That was the situation, and that's when 10X manifestation program was announced by him. And I was like, oh, God came down again. Okay, I joined, and within 12 days of practicing, I knew all the practices, Sriram, that you suggested during those times, and somehow I needed a push from someone, and that push came in form of you, and I could do it. Suddenly, from somewhere, I got orders for 200 artworks, which gave me 6.5 lakhs of money. And I just took that money and gave it entirely to my dad. Dad, please take care of yourself. And of course, the treatment didn't work. He passed away 2023 March. That's a different story altogether. But still, I am happy that I did something to my dad. And most importantly, the biggest manifestation, which I never have told you as well, Sriram, the vision board that you taught during the 10X manifestation, one of the biggest vision I had was to send my son, elder son abroad, to US. That's his dream country to go for his UG studies. Everybody else were saying, no, you make your son to study here only for UG, you can send him for PG. No, we were adamant in achieving our dreams, and he had got admission. He will fly to US this December. His semester is starting January 2025. So I have not only money, Sriram, I have built a lot of meaningful relationships during this journey, and I entirely give the entire credit of my manifestation and my renewed life and the amount of happiness that is there at home right now. It's all for you, trust me. Thank you so much. And I know I took a lot of time than you actually gave me. I'm so sorry for that. But I thought I need to tell all of these to you. And during this journey, some of the suggestions, you need to have a lot of patience. You don't expect quick results. Nothing that is worth acquiring doesn't come easy, and it doesn't come overnight also, but it definitely comes over a period of time. With all these things, I'm always willing to help people with whatever I know and I can. So with that word of promise, I thank everybody, and I thank Sriram again for this opportunity given. Thank you.
Everyone. One important thing that she mentioned, when she went from 35 to 36 subscribers, please do sit, 35 to 36 subscribers, they all celebrated. When you start celebrating your smallest wins, you are ready for the biggest wins. Are you all ready for celebrating the small wins? And I'll tell you one more thing. She's very good at manifesting, okay? So me and Savita were running behind MLAs and everything to get my daughter admitted to BGS. There is one of the very popular school next to my home. And for some reason, by the time we were applying, it was already full. They were not taking any more seats. So 1 year passed by. Next year also, it was something in the similar way only. We had been taking rounds. Then from somewhere, Radha messages me. Okay, so she had joined the community. And the thing is, she is well connected to the director of that school. Okay, now here's the thing. We again reapply for the school for Stuti for the second standard. Now this time she got selected. Now what I'm trying to say is, whenever you really want something, you never know how the help comes from where. For us, it came from Radha, right? Now it just happened just a few days before the selections were happening, right? So the only thing that we need to do is believe. Don't think how. You should never worry about how. You should only believe that it is going to happen. So give a big round of applause to Radha.
Thank you,
Radha, for inspiring.